Welcome once again to my weekly NFL preseason recap, where I show you the top highlights of every preseason game of the week. So you don't really need to watch the games to know what's going on, you just need to see this short recap I prepared for you. And if you don't want to miss out on the regular season recaps, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyways, the second week of the preseason begins in Seattle. The Bears dominated the entire first half and eventually sealed it up with this beautiful special teams touchdown with 20 seconds left in the second quarter. The game was never close, but Darwin Thompson was able to get a touchdown for the Seahawks late in the fourth quarter. They went for two and Jacob Eason successfully scored it, getting the Seahawks to 11 total points to end the game. Then we got the Panthers visiting the Patriots. Ty Hayes scored a 50-yard pick six for the Panthers to kinda kickstart this game, getting it tied at 10. This was still a very defensive game though, with not a lot of points, but New England ultimately got to kill Carolina by scoring this touchdown late in the fourth quarter. And big news from this game, Matt Corral suffered an injury and he's most likely out for the season. Then we get the Packers facing off against the Saints. Will Lutz showed off his leg in this 59-yard field goal to end the first quarter. But he wasn't the only New Orleans player to stand out. Chris Olave had a 20-yard touchdown thanks to this beautiful pass by Ian Book. And to finish off the game, the Packers scored their second touchdown of the day on this 50-yard carry by Danny Etling. Friday ended with the Texans going against the Rams. Davis Mills scored the first touchdown of the game on this pass to Nico Collins. The Texans then took an 8-point lead, but it would be cut to just one after Roger Carter returned his fumble to the end zone, adding 7 points to LA. Trey Ragas also had a touchdown for the Rams on this carry from 7 yards out, and Jeff Driscoll orchestrated a game-winning drive which ended on this 8-yard touchdown pass to Mason Shrek. Saturday began with the Colts going up against the Lions. A couple of field goals were made to start the game until Sam Ehlinger got to score the first touchdown on this 15-yard pass to Mike Strachan. Tom Kennedy got to score a touchdown to end the first half, and then he got a second one to open up the third quarter. The Colts would strike back on this 50-yard play, which tied the game up at 20. And after the Lions scored a go-ahead touchdown, Indianapolis had the chance to win after scoring on this 26-yard play. However, the 2-point conversion failed, leaving the Colts behind by just 1 point. Up next are the Bills against the Broncos. Josh Allen and Gabriel Davis showed they're already in mid-season form on this 28-yard touchdown pass early in the game. The Buffalo Bills had not one, not two, not three, but 4 rushing touchdowns from inside the 10-yard line. 2 of those were from Zach Moss and the other 2 were from Duke Johnson. For the Broncos, their biggest highlight was this 1-yard touchdown from Brett Ripon. Oh, and probably this 55-yard field goal as well, made by Brandon McManus in the middle of the third quarter. Moving on, we have the Commanders versus the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had another good game with 2 touchdown passes, both of them from inside the 10-yard line. Taylor Heineke scored the first Commander touchdown on this 9-yard pass to Cam Sims to close the first half. The rest of the game wasn't really that exciting, and it ended with this 1-yard touchdown carry from Tayon Fleet Davis. Then we have the Buccaneers visiting the Titans. After 2 field goals, we finally got to see the first touchdown of the game late in the second quarter. It was Malik Willis delivering this 6-yard pass to score his first career passing touchdown. To end the game, which was quite boring if I'm being honest, Ryan Succop hit a 52-yard field goal just before the end of the third quarter. Moving on, we have the Vikings against the 49ers. Robbie Goods shined, hitting 2 field goals from over 45 yards in the first half. The Vikings, however, were the first one to score a touchdown on this 3-yard carry by Ty Chandler. But the Niners had the last laugh and went on to get the lead on this 2-yard touchdown pass from Nate Sudfeld. Then we traveled to Jacksonville for the next game. Kenny Pickett scored his second career touchdown, and he's starting to look as the best player in that quarterback battle. Mason Rudolph got off to a bad start, having a safety here due to an intentional grounding penalty. But thanks to that, we got to see Presley Harvin send this ball to space in one of the best punts of the week. CJ Beathard would give the Jaguars a short-lived lead early in the fourth quarter, and unfortunately for the Jaguars, they would end up losing the game by just 1 point because Ryan Santoso missed this 57-yard field goal as time expired. Up next, we have the Raiders visiting Miami. Zamir White opened up the scoreboard with this 2-yard carry in the middle of the first quarter. And well, Las Vegas extended up their lead to 6 thanks to this safety in the middle of the second quarter. Anyways, the Dolphins would score a go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter thanks to this 19-yard touchdown pass from Skylar Thompson. However, the Raiders would still go on to win this game, thanks in part to a go-ahead field goal by Daniel Carlson, and mainly thanks to Jason Sanders missing this 46-yard field goal with less than 2 minutes left to go in the game. Last game of Saturday is Cowboys versus Chargers. And will you look at this, Cavonte Turpin shows off the Jets on this 98-yard touchdown kickoff return. The Chargers had literally just scored a field goal just for Turpin to take it all the way on a fantastic special teams play. Easton Stick had an 18-yard touchdown pass to Joshua Palmer to start off the second quarter strong. However, Cavonte Turpin appeared once again, and this time he got an 86-yard punt returned all the way for the touchdown. Like, if I had a nickel every time Turpin returned the ball to the end zone, I have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Sunday begins with a matchup between the Eagles and the Browns. Boston Scott opened up the scoreboard, getting a 1-yard carry for a touchdown. 4 minutes later, Joshua Dobbs would tie the game up after scoring a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Cleveland took the lead in the middle of the third quarter, but Devon Allen would torch the Browns defense to score a beautiful 55-yard touchdown. And that pass was thrown by Reed Sinnett, getting the Eagles to a 1-point win. Then we have the Bengals facing off against the Giants. Evan McPherson showed off his leg strength on this 50-yard field goal, which was the first score of the game. After the Bengals scoring 3 consecutive times without answer, the Giants finally came to life with Davis Webb's 22-yard touchdown pass to Alex Bateman. The Bengals would take the lead once more, but the same Giants duo scored a second touchdown late in the fourth quarter to give New York the victory. And this game was finally sealed up on this great defensive play by the Giants. And to close out Sunday, we got the Ravens visiting Arizona. Tyler Huntley had the first touchdown of the day on this 8-yard pass to Isaiah Likely. I don't usually include most punts as highlights, but Jordan Stout absolutely nailed this one, pinching the Cardinals at their own 3-yard line. The Ravens got their third touchdown of the day on this amazing play by Anthony Brown and Riley Webb, which went for 38 yards just before the end of the third quarter. The Cardinals attempted a late comeback, with their second touchdown of the day coming up on this play, courtesy of Jared Guarantano. However, Arizona still lost, and that Ravens preseason win streak stays alive. And moving on to Monday, we have the Falcons going up against the Jets. The Falcons started out hot, with their first touchdown being this 13-yard pass by Marcus Mariota. The Jets would come to life in the second half, with the comeback starting to take life with this 34-yard touchdown pass. New York would take an 8-point lead in the middle of the fourth quarter thanks to this 30-yard fumble returned all the way to the end zone. The Falcons couldn't get the score later in the game, and just as in the Super Bowl, they choked out of an easy win. Anyways, if you missed my Week 1 recap, it's on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.